G'day, battlers! And today we're doing some more Catacomb Cup battles up against Stabber 8 and Dr. Trotter later on in the video, and we are going to get a little bit more spicy as the video goes on. But in the lead matchup here, we have a pretty good matchup with Pseudo-Woodo versus Alolan Graveler. Now, as much as Count is doing heaps of damage here, Alolan Graveler actually does win the one shield if it lands the Stone Edge. So because we shielded the Stone Edge just there, it means that we're going to be able to counter all the way down, don't have to throw a charge move. This is just going to be a Rock Blast, we can tank it, and we'll be able to counter down that Alolan Graveler with tons of energy to go on to the next Pokemon. So take down the Alolan Graveler, and we are a shield down, but we've got tons of energy. So in comes I didn't actually see what was in there, but we're throwing a Rock Slide because we reckon we can get to 2 Rock Slides. It is a Venusaur, so Rock Slide's actually going to be a very nice move to go for. I'm pretty sure Rock Slide is more energy efficient, but Earthquake does more damage. So if you're only going to land one, then Earthquake would be the better one to land. But if you're going for that kind of multiple charge moves, then Rock Blast definitely the way to go. So let it go down and then bring in Jump Off. And so this wasn't the best matchup for us because Sludge Bomb is obviously a threat. So we showed up for the Sludge Bomb there, and then they switch into Zweilous. So we didn't really have a great answer here because we have Umbreon, and Zweilous is going to kind of just outbeat the Umbreon because the Body Slams kind of add up a little bit faster with those Dragon Breaths than the Snarls with our Last Resort. So that's kind of just how it is. Zweilous is going to win this matchup unless like shielding goes kind of special or something. But yeah, we're going to Last Resort here. Land the Last Resort. Man, I really struggle to say Last Resort. I've been finding that in a couple of these videos. I keep going to say Last Resort, and then like anyway, we're gonna move on. So we get another Last Resort onto this Zweilous, which is actually pretty good for us because it's gonna force this last shield or Zweilous going down. So it does force that last shield, and then Zweilous actually switching out. So presumably keeping a charge move free there. But we switch into Jump Up to get this Aerial Ace off before they're able to get a Sludge Bomb off onto us, which is definitely perfect for us, especially because we didn't have any shields. And then because we had so much energy, we're able to get another Aerial Ace off onto this Zweilous, which is definitely going to bring it down pretty low. We missed a couple of bubbles there, which is unfortunate, especially because that Zweilous is actually hanging on with a little bit of health. So I don't know if it would have swung the tide if we did nail those bubbles, but regardless, we're going to be able to Bullet Seed down those Zweilous, and that will be GG's there. So really, the Pseudo-Woodo lead matchup was really big there, and actually you would have seen in that bottom right bit that we do still have the challenge for Battle 15 trainers for the Genesect quest. So I only just finished the 15 raids quest like yesterday or the day before, so I'm a little bit behind on that, but we're catching up. So we have Jumpluff up against Zweilous here, which is not a great matchup. Obviously, we would prefer to have Lapras, who we have in the back in this matchup, because Ice is going to be super effective to that Dragon typing, and also Lapras is just super bulky. So yeah, this isn't great for us, but we're kind of just going to stay in, because we don't want to switch into Lapras and then get, hard switch into Alolan Gravel or something. So just stay in, go for this Aerial Ace to bring down that Zweilous in health. And gets the shield, so that's actually not the worst result because we're just going to let Zweilous take us out basically. We get another Aerial Ace off, so he's going for the hard farm down, which is kind of okay for us because we will get this Aerial Ace off, but I think we'd probably prefer if they did go for the charge moves, and we switched straight into Lapras, kind of hoping we could, I don't know, surprise take down the Zweilous before it got the chance to get the charge moves off, but unfortunately it is getting 2 Body Slams off here. You saw how much damage that one Ice Shard did, and another one's going to go through and take it out there. So, we're not in the worst spot. We've obviously got a Pokemon and a half left, but we do have the shield advantage. They've got the switch advantage though, and in comes Venusaur, so this is not great for us, especially because we have Alolan Graveler in the back. This is probably just a game loss at this point because Alolan Graveler are going to be weak, Lapras going to be weak. Obviously we're doing super effective damage with the Lapras's quick moves, with that Ice Shard, but Surf and Skull Bash, neither of them are going to be super effective, and then Alolan Graveler, it would be nice to land a Rock Blast, but Stabber's still got a shield, so gonna burn that shield on the Rock Blast, and then probably going to go for another Frenzy Plant, and I think we're going to try and shield, hope that we can get to a Rock Blast before another Frenzy Plant comes through, which I haven't been keeping too much track on the energy, and they switch into Lapras, catching the Rock Blast, so that's basically GG's at that point. Yeah, that was a really well-timed switch. Although obviously Alolan Gravel's in a good spot here too, because Volt Switch is going to do a lot, but Surf is going to do a lot back to us, so this Surf definitely going to take us out. And in comes Lapras of our own, and here we make a bit of a mistake. We go for the Surf. That was definitely a mistake on my part. I should have gone for the Skull Bash. Surf isn't going to be enough to take out Lapras at this range, so we actually have to go for 2, which means it would have been better off going for the Skull Bash to get the defense buff, but realistically it didn't matter either way, because this Venusaur is going to come in, a couple more quick moves and gets this Frenzy Plant off, plus it was one final away from taking us down anyway, so yeah, that's going to be GG's, but I guess we're kind of going for the Surf, hoping that we can take out the Lapras with the Surf and then still have energy going to the Venusaur matchup, but it was a lost cause, so there wasn't much we could do. But going into the last battle, we've got Sudowoodo up against Beedrill, which isn't the best matchup. If we can land a Rock Slide, that'll be really great though. So I think we're actually going to try and catch a Drill Run into our Vespiquen. Well, it looks like they're not throwing the energy, so maybe they're just farming up tons. Going to burn a shield on this Rock Slide, and yeah. So then I think, yeah, we try and catch a Drill Run into this Vespiquen, but just doesn't want to throw. So we're like, okay, well, I hope this is an X is a bait. And it is a bait. It's actually worked out really well for us. Just burns up a little bit of that Beedrill's energy for not too much of a cost to us. And so in comes Lapras, and Power Gem is going to be super effective here, so we're going to go for that. Hope that we can land it. Maybe we should have baited first, yeah, and a shield comes up. So maybe we should actually, no, we can't really bait because we have Bug Buzz on our Vespiquen, which it's not the recommended move on PvPoke, and I should probably change it over to X-Scissor, but Bug Buzz just hits a little bit harder and can flip some matchups here or there. But we burn a shield so that we can get the Power Gem off, and that might have been a poor decision on my part because Power Gem isn't going to take out Lapras. Actually, I take that immediately back because Stabber has gone for the charge move here. And burning his energy, that kind of worked out well for us. If they were going to just quick move us down and farm up energy to maybe throw a Surf onto this Sudowoodo, that might have been a much worse spot for us, but because they threw that energy, it puts us in a little bit of a better spot. So we actually simultaneously switch into the Zweilous Beedrill combo. We were trying to tank a charge move from that Sudowoodo, keep our Sudowoodo a little bit more healthy, but we had a Drill Run from that Beedrill and go for this Body Slam, which I'm kind of wondering if that was a mistake because it means that we're going to be taking out this Beedrill, and then our Sudowoodo's, their Sudowoodo is going to be coming in, going to be able to farm energy on our Zweilous. So we weren't too healthy, so we're kind of just hoping that we can get this Earthquake off, and actually they have CMP, but we still have a shield, so we're kind of just hoping that the game didn't do one of its famous little bugs, little stops, where it doesn't register that we were clicking our charge move and kind of let him get 2 charge moves off or something like that. But yeah, we do get the Earthquake off as the game is intended, and yeah, take out that Sudowoodo, and that is GG. So after that, 10 out of 15 on the Battle Another Trainer 2, so doing well in that department. But now we're going to be going up against Dr. Trotter. We were battling him on his Twitch stream, and I will link to his Twitch in the description below, as well as my own. That'll be down there too. We're going to be streaming soon. I'll talk more about that in the end of the video actually, so stay tuned for that. So we have Lapras up against Breloom, which is kind of an interesting matchup because you can't just assume that Breloom is going to be beating that Lapras because it's got Counter, which is going to be super effective, and then also has Seed Bomb, which is also going to be super effective. But because Lapras has that Ice Shard and is bulky, and Breloom is squishy, it kind of just adds up that by burning a shield, Lapras does win out that matchup. So yeah, it kind of just works out that way. So we actually are kind of lucky to get a Surf onto this Sudowoodo. Gonna just bring down that health a little bit, maybe get a shield. Yeah, gets a shield off of Dr. Trotter, which is definitely good for us because we're a little bit worried about him having 2 shields, and we bring in Venusaur here. Venusaur gonna be super effective, just basically a great Sudowoodo counter. Obviously we don't really want to get hit by a Rock Slide, but go for this Frenzy Plant, which we do get off first, and then I think we're gonna try and switch out into T-Tar, which you may have seen there. We were a little bit slow on that. I think that's what we were trying to do, but we're gonna burn a shield here because we don't want to get hit by a Rock Slide, and I think we're gonna try and catch the Rock Slide on the neck. Okay, that was a little bit early on my part, I'm pretty sure, but we're bringing the T-Tar, and Dr. Trotter burns the energy. And that is the big mistake that he made in this battle. If he didn't burn that energy, especially that big of an energy loss with an Earthquake, he absolutely would have smashed me in that battle. He would have countered all the way down, would have got Rock Slides off onto this Venusaur, and now Venusaur's going to be able to get a Frenzy Plant off onto that Alolan Graveler. So yeah, that one little mistake flips that entire match, and he knew it straight away. He was like, why did I burn this energy? Because yeah, it was on stream, as I said before, and yeah, that was a lucky win. It was a lucky win. Nothing more. One of those wins that you get just because your opponent makes a big mistake. So Sudowoodo up against Vespiquen, and we're just going to be going for this Rock Slide here. There's nothing that Vespiquen has that's going to hurt us too much. It's probably got X as a Power Gem. Sudowoodo isn't exactly the bulkiest guy, but the Rock Slide actually goes through. Actually, I now remember that Dr. Trotter thought that he was going to be able to hang on with a sliver of health. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him, and the Rock Slide did take him out. I'm not sure if that's a break point, bulk point sort of thing, or if he was just like a quick move off, or he was just mistaken. Maybe it was an IV thing, because I do have a high attack stat Sudowoodo. Maybe that was it. But we actually bring in Beartic to take down that Dark type Shiftry, and we switch into Alolan Graveler too into the Venusaur, because we kind of wanted to burn the shields off of the Venusaur so we could get land an Ice Punch from Beartic onto Venusaur. So Beartic, obviously a little bit of a spicy pick. The big reason, really the only reason that you would run Beartic, is to get that charm damage, which is only on 2 Pokemon in the cup, I think, Liepard and Beartic. Beartic is recommended on PvPoke to use Powder Snow instead of instead of charm, so you know, it was a little bit of fun. But because we accidentally we kind of overtapped when it was accident, so it let him get a second Frenzy Plant off before we got a Frenzy Plant off, before we got a Rock Blast off, which forced us to burn both shields. So now we're in the no shield situation. A little bit scared at this point, bring the Bear Tick, and we're gonna get hit by a charge move. And at this point we're like, oh man, we've just thrown it away, haven't we, by not getting that charge move. But we survived the Sludge Bomb, get this Ice Punch off, and I think this Ice Punch is actually gonna take out the Venusaur. I think, takes out the Venusaur, and that is GG's. Bear Tick taking the win. Actually, I powered that up on a YouTube live stream some time ago, so shout out to the people who were at that YouTube live stream, because Bear Tick helped out in this case. But oh, sorry, a little bit of gas coming up. Jumpluff up against Venusaur, pretty good matchup for us. They switch out into Umbreon, and we have Vespiquen here, so Bug going to be super effective to that Umbreon, and we do have Bug Buzz, so I'm assuming he's probably expecting that X-Scissor, because Umbreon isn't in the worst spot up against Vespiquen, but if we can land this Bug Buzz, that will definitely be huge for us. So hopefully he doesn't go shielded, because if it gets shielded, that's a lot of energy that we have just lost, and we do land the Bug Buzz. That's pretty massive for us, and I think we're going to not shield this next charge move, because we can definitely tank one more. Yeah, tank the Dark Pulse, and then kind of hoping that we can quick move all the... Okay, we're not going to be able to quick move all the way down, so go for the next Bug Buzz. Probably not going to shield and let his Umbreon go down at this point. Yeah, let's the Umbreon go down. And then in comes Vespiquen of his own, and there's no way we're going to be able to get a Power Gem off. And actually goes for the charge move X-Scissor just to make sure. Maybe it was a little bit scared that we are going to get the Power Gem off. I mean, obviously Fury Cutter wasn't doing that much damage to either Vespiquen on either side, so just making sure. And X-Scissor doesn't cost too much energy anyway. Plus Fury Cutter charges up pretty quick, so we bring in Lapras, going to be doing super effective damage with that quick move, that Ice Shard. Land the Surf just to kind of cheap down that Vespiquen a little bit more. And I think we were thinking about switching into the Jumpluff, but then we were like, Power Jam would be the big nuke move, and Jumpluff doesn't like Power Jam either, so we actually do switch in. Tried to get the Aerial Ace off, but the game just would not let us do it, which is kind of unfortunate, but shielded the Power Jam, and then ideally, oh man, he switches into the Venusaur. We were trying to get it off so much quicker onto that Vespiquen, but I guess the Venusaur burned a shield too, so not the worst thing. I probably, if we got it off earlier on that Vespiquen before we got the charge move off, we'd probably get a shield there too. So I think it doesn't really matter in the end, but hopefully Lag lets this Aerial Ace through. It does go through, takes out some like half of Venusaur's health, which is pretty nice. A little bit worried about getting hit by a Sludge Bomb here, especially now that we've got no shield. So Sludge Bomb comes through, but we actually tank it. Jumpluff is such an absolute bulk monster. We get another Aerial Ace off, which is almost going to bring Venusaur down if it doesn't completely. Actually, gets the shield. So bring in Lapras, throw this Surf just to bring down that Venusaur a little bit more. Not sure if that was the best play on my part. I probably should have stayed in with the Jumpluff and gone for another Aerial Ace, but I guess I wanted to keep that Aerial Ace to try and get it off onto the Vespiquen. I don't know, but I guess at least we get to eat a Frenzy Plant there, and then get to the CMP tie. We don't even get the Aerial Ace off, so that is GG. So yeah, I think it was a questionable decision to... No, we survive! What? We survive! And we go for the Aerial Ace as he's switching into Vespiquen. Absolute switch charge move tomfoolery going on. Vespiquen does go down, and Jumpluff, unfortunately, one quick move away from taking down that Venusaur, and that is GG's there. So thank you to both Stabber8 and Dr. Trotter for the battles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. And yeah, update on the kind of or YouTube, Twitch sort of stuff. I know that I've been a little bit slack on the YouTube videos in the last few days. Just it was a little bit of a longer break than the usual 2 days, 1 day sort of break time frame that I usually stick to. A little bit busy until Tuesday, and then we'll be right back onto the constant video output game. So a whole lot of Catacomb Cup coming soon, so definitely subscribe for that. But yeah, also Twitch. I know that I haven't actually streamed since I hit Twitch affiliate, and that's kind of intentional, because I'm like, I don't want there to be the chance that someone subscribes to the Twitch channel and then I don't stream for a bit. So I kind of want to make sure that I can nail down a Twitch stream schedule, which should be coming soon. Maybe within a week we'll have a schedule lined up, and then we'll hit the Twitch ground running, and then we might do a YouTube live stream in the meantime before then. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that front. Plenty of streams going around. Just definitely subscribe to the channel, because I'll keep the updates coming through here, and I'll try and use the YouTube community post thing to say when I'm live on Twitch as well, because I don't think I've been doing that before now, so I'll also be doing that too. So anyway, thank you to our patrons, Time9458, brajSF, -Ben10, Not Ren Newman, Yahwertle and SqeakyNL for supporting the channel, because they are super cool human beings. That's another thing that I kind of consider. if someone were to subscribe on Twitch, that's kind of like a Patreon thing, so I'm probably going to include that in the videos as well. So like, I'll have the end slide have both patrons and Twitch subscribers. I guess the difference between Patreon and Twitch is that Twitch, there's a minimum, like you have to pay this much, I guess, per month, because it's like $5.99 is the minimum, or is it $5? Maybe it depends on currencies. But yeah, whereas Patreon is a little more flexible like that. But we'll talk about it more later. I'll figure it out as we go. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Catacomb Cup video.